Good afternoon, trainees. I welcome each and every one of you. Again, my name is Jacqueline Trinidad, your facilitator for Computer System Servicing NC2. But before we proceed, let me check your attendance first. So, once your name is called, please submit your class card. Alvaro Casey, your class card, please. Okay, thank you so much. Now I will go ahead and administer the pre-assessment tools so that it can help you schedule and prepare for your learning activities. So, once we start our training proper, I will administer first the learning characteristic. So, this is to help us know your learning style. So, I'll give you 30 minutes to fill out this form. Please get one and pass. Okay, time's up. Please submit your learning characteristic form. Next will be the self-assessment check. This is to help us know or recognize your prior learning or identify the skills that you previously learned. So I will give you 30 minutes to fill out this form. Please get one and pass. So lastly, I will administer the pre-test. So please be reminded that this is 15 items and please encircle the correct answer. So I'll give you 30 minutes to answer the test paper. So this is to help us know if you already have knowledge on the topics covered in this qualification. So time's up. Please submit your test paper. So I hope everyone answered the form honestly because the information that you have provided is very helpful so that we can arrange for your activities to be forward. So let's proceed with the orientation proper. So in this orientation, we will discuss the approach that we will be using in the training proper so that you would be aware of the process that we will be following as we go on with our training. So again, welcome to our orientation. So as you can see, ito yung school, Governor Mariano E. Villaforte Community College, located at Putut, Libanan, Camarines Sur. So dito po natin gaganapin yung training natin. So next is the organizational chart. So dito sa organizational chart, dito nyo naman po makikita yung mga taong pwede yung lapitan kung need nyo ng guidance or may clarification kayo. Again, here's my ID. So, I am Jacqueline Trinidad, your facilitator for Computer System Servicing NC2. So, now, here's the mission and vision of our school. So, for the mission, provide free quality education in geographically disadvantaged areas and nearby communities. Assure adequate and appropriate resources to learners, and collaborate with local agencies, entities, and for the vision, develop graduate as self-reliant and competitive professional. So, sa school na to is nag-offer kami ng Bachelor in Technical Vocational Teacher Education, major in Electronics, Electrical, Automotive, and Entrepreneurship. We also have TESDA courses, Computer System Servicing NC2, Automotive NC2, and Driving NC2. So, now let's proceed with the competency-based training. So, CBT is a training delivery approach that focuses on the competency development of the learning as a result of the training. So, CBT means learning by doing. So, ang CBT daw po is nakafocus siya sa pag-develop ng skills ng mga student, hindi lang sa pag-memorize. So, ang goal po nito is maging competent yung mga student and maging ready for work. Why the competency-based approach? Education and training must keep pace with technology and customer requirements. So, kaya si competency-based approach, kasi nga, nakafocus siya sa pag-develop ng practical skills na mga gamit ng mga learners once na mag-work na sila. So, next is the competency-based training. So, we have focus, emphasis, and concern. So, ang CBT daw po is nakafocus siya sa pag-develop ng skills and abilities ng learners. So, mas mahalaga daw po dito yung result or outcome kaysa sa training nila. So, sa emphasis naman, dito naman ini-emphasize kung ano ba yung kayang gawin na ng learner. So, tinitingnan daw po dito kung kaya na bang i-apply ng learners yung mga natutunan lang skills, attitude, and knowledge sa real-life task. So, ang goal po dito is to reach specific level of competence. So, next is concern. So, dito naman sa concern, ini-ensure na yung learner is kaya niya na i-perform yung task correctly and effectively. Next is competency-based training. So next is the components of CBT. So, first is the training regulation or TR. So, training regulations serve as basis in the formulation of competency assessment in the development of curriculum and instructional materials of CBT. So, ang training regulation daw po, ito naman po yung nagsiserve ng foundation or guide and tumutulong po ito sa pag-create ng assessment, curriculum, and learning materials. So, next is the competency standard. Competency standard is a written specification of the knowledge, skills, and attitude required for the performance. So, ang competency standard naman, ito naman yung written description ng skills, knowledge, and attitude na needed sa isang job. So, it serves as basis for training and assessment. So, next is the competency-based curriculum. So, guide in developing learning activities, specification of the course, the trainee will undertake to attain workplace competence based on training regulation. So, ang competency-based curriculum naman, ito naman yung guide sa paggawa ng mga activities. So, dito daw po nakalagay yung mga kailangang matutunan ng student. And, nakabase daw po ito sa training regulation. So now let's proceed with 10 principle of CBT. So first is the training is based on curriculum developed from the standard. So yung training daw po ay sumusunod siya sa clear-based plan sa industry standard. So ini-ensure po nito na tinuturo po talaga yung mga skills na needed sa isang work. Next is the learning is competency or modular in structure. So, dito naman is dinidivide yung lesson into small parts of module. So, tinatapos muna yung isang skills bago siya mag-proceed sa next lesson. For principle number 3, training delivery is individualized and self-paced. So, yung learner daw po is nag-study at their own speed. So, kapag fast learner daw po yung isang learner is pwede siya agad matapos, and kung slow learner naman, okay lang din. Next is the training is based on work that must be performed. So, yung activities daw po is similar sa real job. So, dahil dito, mas mapapractice ng mga learners yung mga skills na magagamit nila in the future. Number 5. Training materials are directly related to the competency standard and curriculum. So, lahat daw po ng materials is nagmamatch dapat sa skills, or kaya mas useful daw po yung and relevant yung training. So, next is the assessment of learners is based on collection of evidence for performance-based or industry or organizational standards. So, hindi lang daw po written exam yung basihan ng pag-evaluation. So, kasama din daw po dito yung mga actual tasks. So, number 7, training is based both on and off-job components. So, sa number 7 naman, yung learning daw po is nangyayari sa labas and loob ng classroom. So, nagbibigay daw po ito ng mas better na experience sa mga learner. Number 8, the system allows recognition of prior learning. So yung skills daw natutunan from the past experience is hindi mo na daw kailangan ulitin kung alam mo na. And the number 9, the system allows for learners to enter and exit programs at different time and levels and receive an award for competency attained at any point. So, yung learners naman is pwede daw po siyang mag-join or mag-leave at different times and makareceive siya ng certificate. So, para sa mga skills na natapos niya nang gawin. For the last principle, approved training programs are national accredited. Dito naman, dapat daw po yung training program is officially recognized by national agency or the government para ma-ensure na yung program is quality and credibility. So, now let's proceed with the training. So, or trainee, monitor training, facilitator, evaluator, competency, and assessor. So, as a trainer po, ang role ko po dito is to guide and support learners, i-motivate sila, i-monitor yung progress, and i-assess yung mga skills ninyo. So, ang role ko dito is tulungan kayong mag-succeed and maging competent. So, next is the role of the trainee. As a trainee, you can work freely in your assigned workstation. Readiness for institutional assessment upon completion of all the tasks required in your expected modules. 100% cooperation and responsible. So, as a trainee naman, ang role nyo naman dito is maging responsible for your own learning and progress. So, here are the 4 competency. First is install and configure computer system. Second, set up computer networks. 3, set up computer servers. And number 4, maintain and repair computer system and networks. So, ang install and configure computer system is, it's all about installing and set up of computers of the BIOS. So, yung set up networks naman, dito naman is all about sa pag-aayos or paggawa ng computer. So, sa setup number 3 naman, or dito naman yung pag-setup ng mga manager or server. So, the last is so maintain and repair. Ito naman yung about sa pag-assemble and disassemble and pag-troubleshoot ng computer networks. Next is skills, knowledge, and attitude. So, as a trainer, dapat matutunan nyo kung ano yung skills, knowledge, and attitude nyo para may apply nyo yun sa once na mag-work kayo. So, here is the monitoring tools. First is achievement chart. Next is the activity matrix and the progress chart. So, yung achievement chart, ito naman po yung chart na nagpapakita ng mga kung ang gaano na ba karami yung natutunan ng learners, and tumutulong ito na i-track yung improvement and nakikita dito yung kailangan pang gawin or tapusin ng students. So, dito naman sa activity matrix, ito naman yung table na naka-organize ng mga activities and tasks na pinapakita dito kung sino yung gagawa and kung kailan yung gagawin. So, ang progress chart naman, ito naman yung chart na nagpapakita ng accomplishment, score, or completed goals. Next is the institutional assessments. Demonstration of task or job operation using performance criteria or checklist. Oral interview. Institutional assessments. Demonstration of task or job operation using performance criteria or checklist and oral interview. So, sa institutional assessment naman, dito naman makikita yung actual performance mo. So, dito malalaman kung tama ba yung gawa mo. So, for the oral interview, about naman to sa task and about yung sa knowledge, ito naman yung about sa knowledge mo from qualification. So if you are competent, you will receive a certificate of achievement. Next is the national assessment. Practical demonstration using observation, checklist, and oral interview. So, sa national assessment naman, ito na yung final assessment. So, dito mo na i-apply yung knowledge, skills, and attitude na natutunan mo sa training. So, dito din malalaman kung magagawa mo ba yung task na yon. So, next is the parts of competency-based learning. So, competency-based learning, ito naman yung modules or materials na gagamitin mo para matutunan mo yung mga need mong matutunan. So ginagamit daw po ito ng mga trainees and trainee. So next is the 5 working stations. So, as you can see, may 5 tables dyan, and dyan nakalagay yung client and server computer. So, dito naman yung entrance, and then ito yung exit. So, nandito rin yung comfort room. So, next is the competent and not yet competent. So, once na maging competent ka na, ibig sabihin, nagawa mo na yung mga tasks na dapat mong gawin, and na-apply mo yung skills na natutunan mo. And for the not yet competent naman, ibig sabihin is, need mo pa ng more practice, and pwede mo rin ulitin yung assessment. So, okay, thank you. That's all. So, good afternoon, everyone. I am Jackie Lu Trinidad, an accredited competency assessor in Computer System Servicing NC2. So I would like to acknowledge the presence of our processing officer, AC manager, and tester representative. So you do not have to worry about their presence. So they are here to oversee the conduct of competency assessment and to check if the conduct is in accordance with the prescribed competency assessment methodologies and procedure. So they will not assess you. Before we start, please submit your admission slip. As I call your name, please acknowledge by raising your hand and sign the attendance sheet. So I have here with me your accomplished application form and self-assessment guide. This is an indicator that you know and can perform all unit of competency enumerated for CSS and C2. So, number 1, context and purpose of assessment. So, I would like to welcome all of you to our Center for your assessment for CSS and C2. So, number 2, qualification or units of competency to be assessed. So, today I am going to administer the competency assessment for CSS and C2. So, the qualification for CSS and C2 is composed of basic, common, and core competency. So, for our core competency, we do have install and configure computer system, set up computer networks, set up computer server and maintain and repair for computer system and network. So, number 3 is tasks to be performed, time limits and evidence to be collected. So, the different tasks to be performed for CSS and C2 assessment is number 1, install configure computer system. So, I'll give you 2 hours. Set up computer networks, 2.5 hours. Set up computer server, 1.5 hour. So, maintain and repair computer system network is 1 hour. So, we will collect the evidence through demonstration, observation, and oral questioning to determine your knowledge and skills for CSS and C2. Number 4 is assessment procedure to be undertaken. So, the assessment methods we will use will be demonstration, observation, and oral questioning. So, this method can help you to measure your underpinning knowledge and skills. And number 5 is special needs to be considered during assessment, religious practices, and medication. Number 6, allowable or reasonable adjustment in the assessment procedure. So, if you have difficulty understanding the given instruction, please do not hesitate to inform me because I am willing to translate for English to local dialect. Number 8, the right and appeal system. So, in case you have any question regarding the assessment result, you have the right to appeal. So, you can submit your appeal in writing address to the AC manager and immediately after the assessment. So, do not several days after the assessment. For the number 9, issuance and validity of NC or COC. So, the NC or COC is issued by the Provincial Office upon presentation of CARS. So, it has validity period for 5 years. So, number 10, reassessment policies and procedure. So, after assessment and you can verify not yet competent, you may apply for assessment anytime at your own convenience. So, however, if you are failed for 2 consecutive times, you need to undergo a refresher course. So, if you don't have any question or clarification, then I am going to distribute the specific instruction. Please read carefully and do not hesitate to ask questions right now. I may be able to translate from English to your local dialect if you need assistance. So, I'm more than willing to assist you. So, now let's proceed with the 6th step in conducting competency assessment. Number 1 is establish the assessment context and purpose of assessment. Number 2, prepare evidence gathering process. And number 3, prepare the candidates. Number 4, collect the evidence and make assessment. And number 5, provide feedback on the assessment. And number 6, recording and reporting the assessment result.